to another Der Talks About. I'm the Schwein. Oh boy, last time was a doozy, wasn't it? I am, that was, I don't want to do that anytime soon, but, I do want to do more Der Talks About, so I'll probably post a poll on the community tab, asking how do people feel about it showing up on their inbox, and if they hate it, I'll do it less often, or upload it less often, unless it's permanent, and if they love it, we'll get more of it. I don't think we'll ever put it on the off day. It's gameplay off day, gameplay off day, gameplay off day. By off day, I usually upload an unboxing video or anything, anything live action or anything not gameplay. So it's gameplay, not gameplay, gameplay, not gameplay on this channel. And I'm thinking about doing these any day. I'll just upload what I was going to upload anyway on the same day. But anyway, but here's another doozy. This is gonna be a fun one. Let's see how many different gaming communities I can poke at once. Okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Mario Kart is the best living experience ever. No, let's start again. I went overboard. Okay, let's start again. Mario Kart 8 is the best multiplayer simming experience right now. Period. In the story. And that's gonna matter in a little bit, but at least it's the best value. And it is the best. It's a sim because cars are sims. All vehicle games are sims, at least according to Wikipedia. And about that fact checking, when you're searching Wikipedia to see what it thinks of genres. Again, people really hated me talking about Wikipedia last time. I probably shouldn't do that more. I probably shouldn't do that often, but it's Wikipedia. Take it or leave it. I don't invest too much in it, but there are things that you should probably take Wikipedia's word for, like genres. It's one of the best knowledge sources for that, unless you can't find it anywhere else. Then you gotta go to a place like Reddit and ask the question, which I can't do anymore because Reddit sucks right now. But anyway. So why do I come out with this bombastic statement? And again, feel free to check me on your own time. But if you just want to listen to the video first, and check me on anything you want to check me about. We can discuss in the comments. Ask me where I get this stuff from, and whatever. I'll try to provide some evidence this time, through other people. Because I'm just not a source person. I cannot claim to be a journalist or historian. I just don't do that very well. I am the guy who does things. And when you do things, you can't exactly provide sources. Or at least I can't. But anyway. So. Why did I come out with that bombastic statement? Well, it's because iRacing exists, and the main defense to iRacing, and it's all of this price tag, simple career, 2-year career, going up the ranks, yada yada. You can watch this video looking in the description. And think about iRacing and DCS. We're also talking about DCS. DCS is also something we're mainly talking about in this video. But we're also talking about the low end too, like Forza, like Gran Turismo, like Mario Kart, like War Thunder, like Ace Combat. But the main reason we're here today, and this is my second time recording this, so I apologize if I sound kind of beat up about it. I just spent an hour recording. It was really good, but yeah, now I can do it the second time more coherently. not in going from point to point to point to point to point without much coherency, which I am not many people really care about on this channel anyway. I suppose a lot of people wish it happened, but not everyone cares. Like watching my content for watching it. And also another preface. The reason why I've been getting so moved, being so emotional about this, being so upset about this whole trend in gaming, which we're going to beat up DCS and iRacing a lot, and also War Thunder and World of Tanks too. Don't worry, we'll get to them. But yeah. How's this guy? It's because I've learned this over the last 9 years that my audience is 80% non-Americans. Yes, somehow the guy who always bashes on Russian and British equipment gets an audience mainly from that region of the world. From Eurasia, basically. All of Eurasia, all of it. From the Eurasian nation. Look at that speed. But from that general region of the world. The eastern, northern hemisphere, whatever. This eastern hemisphere, I think that's a fair bit. For what I see in my analytics here on YouTube. And what I've learned trying to make more than $36. I sold a book last month. Or I sold a book this month. Yes, I'm celebrating that fact because I don't sell books. I only sell books every couple of months. And it's been released for a year now. My first book. I need to make it better cover. I need better editing. I need to do more market. I am doing more, enough marketing, but I just need to do more. And what I've learned about my audience is I can't ask them for money. And the reason why I can't ask them for money because they don't got no money. And it's really getting to me. I mean, and the main reason why is I play games from my childhood and my teenagehood, like Battlefield 2. They're playing games from their childhood or teenagehood, like Battlefield 2. And they're also 10 years younger than me. And the reason why they're playing games from not their from a generation older than them, almost, or probably is older than them, is because of, at least the gaming generation, is because of lack of funds. And how overpriced games have gotten. That is why I am really going on and on about DCS and iRacing. I can afford DCS at full price. I don't choose to. I choose to buy it on sale, and I choose to buy it from pre-orders on sale. Buy it from pre-orders so I can show my audience so I can make money. And buy it on sale to show that you don't have to play DCS at full price. In fact, the first couple of videos I did was showing you can have a lot of fun in DCS with just the trainer playing, because I really don't like the other one. With the two free planes, all the free content. And there's not a lot of free content, but it exists. And that's why that's why iRacing really upset me. Because they don't care about that. They don't care about they don't care about new gamers transitioning into simmers. They care about making money. They care about squeezing money from the audience they have. Like, jeez, what's that one sim? There's a sim like it, if I can remember it. Ace of Hearts. Ace of Hearts. Aces of Hearts? Aces of Apples? No. Ace of Hearts, I think is what it is. And it was a sim I played back in the day. Never paid for it though, which iRacing you have to pay for. You know, to play it, period. It's like Eve. No, like Eve. Eve has a free trial period. I don't think iRacing ever. I mean, yeah, iRacing's 3 weekends. I should take it back. iRacing's 3 weekends, I think. But this game I played, Aces High. That's what it was called. Aces High. Aces High is still going on, and it's still a thing, but it's been really constricted down to the most vile part of its community, the most toxic part of its community that only played simply to harass everyone who comes into the game fresh and just appease the creator of the game. Of the sim. It's a Simcade game. Simcade sim. Whatever. And that's... And to me... That's the ultimate goal of gatekeep. Though that's the end not goal. You're not actually achieving. You don't want to achieve this, but that's the end result of gatekeeping, and then the result of overpriced games is their community constricts until it has no community left. Basically, it's just toxic. It's just a toxic mess of people who just don't want to leave. Probably because I like the game, maybe, but they don't want anyone else to play because they're gatekeeping it. That's probably the reason why I don't like gatekeepers at all, or hate them. Why I agree with Microsoft's stance of stop gatekeeping. It's stupid. And if Microsoft, the gigantic giant who just wants to play video games with the rest of the game industry, probably has some idea of what it's doing with its money. And they know what monopolies were like. They were chasing it back in the day with Windows until they got slapped, and then they stopped doing that. So I know what it's like. And iRacing is destined to that goal unless they change something. If iRacing wants to survive, it has to do a few things. It has to do a few things like, for one, change its monetization. You are either Netflix of games where you have a monetization of $200 every 2 years. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the right one. Links in the description to these 3 videos. Well, to all this probably. Got here, here. For a 2-year sub, 40% off. It's just under $200 US, I would presume. That's ridiculous. You can buy a sim, what an ARMA simmer would say would it be an actual sim. That's how hardcore they are. Because it is actually a military sim that was lower to our consumer grade level. I'm not going to open that right now, but it was around $150 when I first got it. And it's a lifetime subscription, period, in the story, as far as I'm aware. This is full 2 year. This is only 2-year subscription. You can either get what amounts to, in unflattering terms for every other sim in game I'm going to talk about, an actual sim. Even NASCAR drivers, Formula One drivers, and IndyCar drivers agreed or said iRacing is not an actual sim. It is a consumer grade sim that wants you to believe it is a actual sim. I'll link in the description to that video. It's a video that this guy made. Which, by the way, these three videos represents the extremes of iRacing. This guy hates it in the sim racing community, from what I understand on YouTube. Sim racing community on YouTube, from what I understand. I'm subscribed to like a dozen different channels, and these chosen three. One hates iRacing. Did try it once, but did not buy it. One is more moderate. Moderate being less extreme. Moderate being not advocate of either extreme, and tries to mellow it out. He actually plays. He actually races in iRacing. He likes it. He would not recommend it to anyone who doesn't want the stuff that is in iRacing. And I know understands it's expensive and prohibitive, but he doesn't see anything wrong with it. And there's another video I couldn't find when I was looking for it, when I was trying to remember. But another video that I was comparing all of the Sims, which was really good, and I should find it. If not, let me know in the description. And it had iRacing, and had Assetto Corsa and R Factor 2, that was the best sim experience. And iRacing fell in the middle of them. And that's what everyone else is really, and that's what this guy said in this video. I tried iRacing for the first time, where he found out that it's in between R Factor 2, which is more physics sandbox than anything else, and Assetto Corsa competitive zone, I will say in English, where it was more rigid and more formulaic, more digital, more like classic Microsoft Flight Sim, less like iRacing sounds like DCS, less like IL2 Stumivick. No, IL2 Stumivick is its own thing. IL2 Stumivick is the iRacing, DCS is the R Factor 2, and even that's not a great example because flight sims are more lenient in their programming. Yep, but they're more complex. Why are flight sims somehow more realistic than car sims? Maybe because cars are more relatable. More people have driven a car than flown a plane. I don't know, but anyway. And this guy represents the other extreme from this guy. This guy represents the, to put it charitably, he only plays iRacing from what I can tell on his channel. He only plays iRacing, or sims iRacing, excuse me. He only sims iRacing, and in his words, to paraphrase, said it in the description below, by the way. He said, it's an expensive hobby. More or less those words. Expensive and hobby are pretty much the words he said. Definitely. And in this video, he advocates of valuing it on your own worth, on how much physical monies you have to spend on a sim racing software, which for most people is a luxury, I must admit. So, in all my research about iRacing, and just the fact, and this guy also did the pricing list. Thank goodness. In all my experience of playing hundreds of games, maybe even thousands at this point, probably thousands at this point, dozens of sims of all types, mostly first-person shooter, strategy, flight, mostly flight, of all the groups. and mostly, and some cars. iRacing is just overpriced. And in my mind, it needs to do one of two things. It either becomes what it wants to become, what seemingly wants to become, Netflix of racing games for this for this $200 for 2 years at 40% discount. I don't know why it would be. It would be $400 at full price or whatever. Maybe even $500. Oh, jeez. But for that price, excuse me, as I lean back. But for that price, it really should be Netflix of racing games. All tiers are free. You can race them at any safety rating, except you only race with your safety rating at those tiers. Have at it. And then you can time trial with any car for free, or with only certain cars like the Mazda. That's what it should be. What I want it to be is more like DCS. I want it to be more like DCS because of sales and ownership. I want to know that as long as I don't get booted, my copy revoked from Steam, which ED does. I think I've heard them do it once or twice. I don't know for sure. That's just a rumor to me, I guess. But as long as I don't revoke copies, it should be fine. And whatever plane, helicopter, whatever I buy on DCS, I will keep forever, despite its price. DCS, the highest price plane, is $70 or $80. Again, you could get almost a full sim with a good, almost a dozen tanks and armored vehicles for that price, which is a better value to you statistically. The full-fledged sim that's being offered to you as a paying customer for your own private experience, or some guy's interpretation of how planes work. And that's the most harshest realist you can really get at with DCS. They do a lot of research, but rarely do they ever fly in the planes, I don't think. They're not like Battlefield that goes out and actually handles and becomes the guns as they put into the game, let's say, and the environments. They're not that. They're literally reading stat sheets, reading manuals, if they can get manuals. If they can get manuals, if you know what I mean. And stuff like that. Like, stuff you and I would know just from watching air shows and what have you. And even then, they don't get it right some of the time. That's why half the things are in early access, because they can't get it right half the time. Like, for example, the F-16, despite you paying $70, is not the best F-16 flight sim on the market. That is F-16 itself, the flight sim. Except, and even now I don't know. I don't know it at all, other than it exists, and it's old. But people consider it the best F-16 flight sim. I have no reason to deny it, and I have reasons to deny the DCS version that title, because the DCS version is underpowered. Why is it underpowered? It can't do the things it can do in real life. Statistically, provenly, not this field business, literally, in an air show, literally, in a war game, F-16 could do this against that. It can't do this against that in DCS. Something is wrong. That is either overpowered or this is underpowered. Oddly enough, the F-16 is probably underpowered. DCS is a power creep issue. The Mirage is overpowered. The Thunder might be overpowered. We don't know, because it's a Pakistani-Chinese export plane. We don't know. Some mods are overpowered. And there's finger pointing in every other direction for everything else, though we don't have proof and facts for. So, that's what precludes DCS from having the best sim ever of all time, the best combat sim ever of all time, because it depends on the module. It depends on the flight. It depends on the playing game, as I probably will refer to them, the playing game, because that's what it is. What DCS was is DCS is in DCS World. All DCS World did was connect all their playing games together into one place, and where you don't have physical ownership. But it's all in one place, and it's fun, and I like that about DCS World, which is why I'm buying into it. It's because it is fun to have all your planes in one place, and you can fly them all in one place. There's convenience, there's derpiness that can happen, like you witness in my freaking series. Like you witness in my series, all of that. You witness my derpiness in DCS because it's fun to me. It's hilarious, and I love it. I love DCS for that very reason. You can do some really dumb stuff in it. If I just wanted to fly around and push buttons, I will go buy the physical version of X-Plane already. That's what it excels at. X-Plane and the new modern Microsoft Flight Sim, I have heard arguments from both sides, that they are fighting a deadly war about, maybe even friendly war. They're fighting a war about who is the better flight sim, period, end of story. Who has the better flight model. I'm, being an X-Plane fan, who always thought of Microsoft, I flew Microsoft Flight Sim too, ever since Microsoft Flight Sim 2000. I like it, it's just that it's always been very digital to me, and very ones and zeros, very, not gaming, that's rude, ones and zeros, very not analog. That's how that's the feel of Microsoft Flight Sim to me, is very digitally, very analog. Maybe they fixed that in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, I don't know. But I know X-Plane does not have that issue because of how their engine works. By far, DCS should probably team up with X-Plane and make it and import their engine. That would fix everything. That will fix it. It will fix graphics. It will fix everything. It will bring a lot of stuff, and it'll be hard to implement, but they really should do it. And then another thing is why. One of the reasons why DCSers say DCS is worth so much. Why a single DCS playing game module thing of what's it is worth $1 more than the entirety of X-Plane, and it's like 20 planes, not including mods, not including paid stuff, not including the globe. You are including some action. You're including some actual combat stuff in DCS. There are some. It's like simulated in X-Plane, but not well, and that sucks. But it's there. What's on Twistle, you on Twistle? There are no systems or anything. It's there. But if you want to fly military jets, oh boy, can you fly military jets? And that seems to be half the reason why people buy DCS is to fly military jets. If you want to do that, X-Plane is better. And cheaper. And your jet is in X-Plane, your jet is not in DCS. For the most part. It might be in DCS, but it's definitely in X-Plane. At this point, with the last 3 or 4 X-Plane cross mod support, where X-Plane 9 works in X-Plane 11, or whatever, it is. And there's been custom mod support all the way. Not really as strong as it was in X-Plane 9, I might add, but it's been strong. Not as strong as it is in DCS now, I don't think. But it's still, you pretty much, if it's a military jet that's anywhere near popular in any way, shape, and form, it's in X-Plane. Whereas DCS is getting there, but it's still missing some with mods. If you go for mods, X-Plane is still better. DCS is better for combat still, of course, but it's still lacking. It's still lacking in the mods department compared to X-Plane and X-Plane. I mean, X-Plane had a head start. Let's be honest. With X-Plane 9 coming in 2009, I think. But anyway, so yeah, and being overpriced does not mean it can't be justified. I don't think iRacing can be justified because there's nothing in iRacing that another sim doesn't do better. including multiplayer. Mario Kart does that better. Because you want clean, fair, balanced, whatever race experience, Mario Kart's for you. If that is strictly what you want, you did not utter the word sim, then Mario Kart's for you. I kid you not, Mario Kart's for you. Whether it's emulated or on Switch, Mario Kart's for you. Because Mario Kart just has that multiplayer experience that even iRacing doesn't have. It's like iRacing can get dirty sometimes. You lose safety ratings, but it's with how the physics works. It doesn't. How the physics works, accidents are guaranteed to happen. Unlike Mario Kart, where they never happen anymore. Items happen. Blue shell happens. Red shell happens. Green shell happens. Banana pills happen. But random getting nudged by a guy because he accidentally overspent. What? It's not plane? Are you plane racing and iRacing? I wish you were. I wish you could. But you can plane race in DCS, but you need to try those mods out. I haven't tried them out yet. But anyway. Been taking a break from drawing the star. Giving him a break from being constantly whooped. But anyway. But in iRacing, crashes happen all the time. Mario Kart, especially Mario Kart 8 or whatever it is, the most recent one on Switch and Wii U, it doesn't really happen. You're so spaced out. You're really so spaced out that you can't really crash into each other and really make an effect unless you're really, really, really trying. Which that's clean racing, even online, within your own people, you don't really have. And you can clean race in Mario Kart. That's actually my preferred way to play, is by far clean race 1% of the time, only use items when I get them. Don't actively go for items more than I should. Don't try to be a jerk. Just try to race the best line. I don't race lines per se, but race the best line and just go at it. And I win almost every time. Unless I'm really unlucky. But then again, that happens in friggin' that happens in iRacing too. And they're like, oh, what about the simming? Well, what about competitive zone or whatever it is, a competition zone? What about competition zone? What about that? Apparently it has lobbies. Apparently it has servers and lobbies and has again enough multiplayer. Still going on. Of course, there's always discords of these YouTubers, so you can go hang out and do races with it and whatnot. So there is another I gave you two options. One I know is heresy. Another one is heresy to iRacing people only. And then to DCS, DCS is much harder. I gave you an option, but they hate that one too. They hate the option that you can just go play. You go sim it. You can go fly an X plane and get like 90% experience that you get in DCS anyway, unless you really go crazy with the interconnected plane game stuff and whatnot. And then there's also Ace Combat. Ace Combat's fairly priced for the amount of aircraft you get, the story, the multiplayer. Well, the multiplayer is dying. It's dying slowly. It's not dead yet, unlike many have claimed. It's not dead yet. I haven't tried it in a couple of months. I really should. DCS to take up my time. But I really should go back to Ace Combat 7. I've really done everything I wanted to do in it, though. But anyway. I mean, they're like Ace Combat 7 multiplayer. It's on par with DCS. It's on par with DCS. I haven't tried DCS multiplayer yet, but I heard it's really good. I wouldn't. IL2 Stumivick, I wouldn't really compare to DCS for the sole reason it has the IL2 Stumivick flavor, which is very unique. It's a very unique sim flavor. Like DCS has a vanilla flavor, just like X-Plane does, where they both have a flavor of they feel like they should. Just like instead of Corsa 1, just like Forza Motorsport has the flavor of like it should have this flavor. IL2 Stumivick has the flavor of it really something's off here. It's kind of something. That's probably because IL2 Stumivick is a multi-genre series. It's an arcade game. It's a simcade game. It's simcade sim, and it's a full sim. All of those genres have been expressed under the IL2 Stumivick designation or title. In my experience, some you can only find on consoles. Some you can only find on PC. But even then, sometimes they cross, and when they cross, it gets weird. Like I think 360 had like two IL2 Stumivick games that were one was simcade, one was arcade, and it was funky. It was the real funkiness. And I think the simcade went to PC, and that was funky. And I think Great Battles or whatever it is called, Battle Stalingrad or whatever the heck it's called, is a simcade game, and then the real game is Blitz, or not Blitz, but the other one. I could be wrong, but I think that's what they're doing there. In my experience with just generally flight games on flight sims. Flight sims is what Wikipedia calls them. Take that for what you will. But flight games, flight sims, whatever you want to call them, on consoles, and I've been playing them since PlayStation 2. GameCube, maybe. No, not GameCube. Yes, GameCube. I've been playing them since GameCube. I just need to find them and then... Find them. Yes, I need to find them and play them. That's all I need to do. But yeah. But anyway. And even DCS will have a competitor soon, which no one's talking about, and that's... Dun dun dun! The final boss will appear shortly. Oh, it's been like this for a year now, but we'll get there. But it's Strike Fighters 2 Windows 10 Edition. Oh, I can't wait. It was cheaper just to get the Windows 10 version. Because you gotta get the individual versions of the Windows 7 version, and I don't know if it's gonna play well on Windows 10. Yeah, the $100, to be they're actually separate games, with a lot of different aircraft and different theaters. But, last time I tried one of the games in the series, one of the sims in the series, one of the sim games in the series, it did not work. So I'm going to go straight with the Windows 10 version, which is actually a better experience entirely. I just need to wait. But anyway, so this is coming one day, and that will give DCS actually a run for its money, because it's around $50 for everything. It's actually appropriately priced. And there are mods, or at least there are mods for the Windows 7 version. They should port over if they don't. We'll see. We'll see what the community is like when it gets here. The mod community is like when it gets here. Can't wait. So it's only Vietnam. It's Vietnam. It's the general time period for DCS, except for a $70 aircraft, which is the vast majority of DCS. No, DCS World has other aircraft, but still. For that price, you can't beat it. Except on deep sales with DCS. Even then, the aircraft still went out. But anyway, I'm starting to get tired, and we're starting to run out of time. I think I said everything I wanted to say. Oh yeah, you might be wondering what I think of what I designated as the MMO arena games. And they're the same as DCS. They're not as bad as iRacing, and I want to say they're better than DCS because they each provide their own experience outside of having you to pay money for something, which you get the exact same experience in DCS. Except DCS doesn't have hundreds of tanks and planes and whatnot, and ships and helicopters and whatever that DCS has. That Wall of Tanks War Thunder have. World Warships and whatever. well, they all have is hundreds of something to go with your pay something if you want to pay something. Whereas DCS doesn't have that. DCS has two planes, a trainer, which barely functions, and an attacker, which doesn't function, and that's Russian. Most of the audience for DCS I found are not Russian. Or not Russian and not from Eastern Europe and are not from the CTAS states? The new Warsaw Pact, basically, are not from the new Warsaw Pact states. And whatnot. It's just not. You didn't think it through with that plane. I think it has to. It's the basic frog foot. Yeah, no, they don't give you the premium frog foot. They gave you the basic one. Oh, a basic one, which they probably didn't make up. To go with the premium one, which they put into the Flaming Cliffs package, which is a great package. That's basically where DCS starts, and that's how I've been playing it mainly. It's just with two planes in the Flaming Cliffs package, which I don't even have the entire package. I am going to get the flanker though, or the FSU-33. So I can fly some more modded planes and fly it too with its so goodness of its 360 degree thrust vectoring. Oh, it's so good. I don't know why we don't do that. I mean, we don't do it because of cost and stealth and engineering and complex engineering. They do it because they need every leg they need against us. I would presume. But yeah, that's one of the rare compliments you can get out of me with Russia. With Russian-made stuff. But anyway. And then I have a lot of Russian audience for some reason. I thank all you for watching these videos, and you do make good stuff. It's just I don't like it most of the time. Not that it's bad, it's just I don't like it. I respect the flanker. And I like his engines. I like shooting at it. I don't like being in it. Like the Frogfoot, it's fun. I like it's a faster A10. Well, who doesn't want a faster A10? I mean, it's not an aardvark, but and the Russians have a Russian version aardvark. I love the MiG-31. I flat out love the MiG-31. I want to fly it. That's why I want to get one of the reasons why I want to get the flanker, so I can fly the MiG-31. And the MiG-25. So yeah. But anyway, starting to get tired. I've been tired. I can't sleep when I needed to sleep. Now I'm tired of that time. But anyway. Oh, wait, you can totally do that? I didn't know that. Yeah, you never mess over it. I didn't know that. I wish I did. But anyway. Anything else I need to say? No, I just need to link everything here, and that'll be that. But anyway, so, like, I don't think I said this at the beginning of the video, I should have, but if you like any of these games, like, I like Star Citizen, but I bought it for $23. So I like it for $23. I don't think you should buy it for anymore, and I don't think you buy it for $24 anymore. Star Citizen and iRacing are similar, except for Star Citizen is cheaper. Has less content than iRacing, but it's cheaper. And yet it has millions of dollars, like iRacing presumably has. And it's cheaper. But yeah. Cheaper to start, I should say. No, probably not even cheaper to start. No, the cars and iRacing are cheaper than the spaceships and Star Citizen. But anyway, alright, so in conclusion, I guess, the game industry is getting really expensive. Watch out there. There's always sales and there's always other means. Not that I can officially sanction other means, but other means do exist. And yeah. Not to even mention the environment that first-person shooters are going through. They even touched Halo. They touched Halo with microtransactions. It's not bad. It's actually better than Wall of Tanks, but I hate it. I hate what it's doing to the community. I don't think I hate it. I think I can just ignore it. But I hate what it's doing to the community. It's splitting it. I don't like that. That was the wrong decision, Microsoft and FIFA 3. You did a stupid move. And so you can praise Microsoft in one sentence, and then go in another sentence and wreck them. I'm being fair here, I swear. But anyway, if there's anything you'd like to discuss in the comments, please do. That's what these videos are for. They're for discussion purposes. Just me talking about something, and then we talking about something together, and whatnot. But anyway, I really don't like where the game industry is headed. I mean, like, in the past, a single DCS game was $70. Nothing has changed except they're all ganged up on you now as DLC for one game that isn't really a game. Hence why my first DCS video I didn't call it. I called it why in this description I call it as it is. A free hub to connected flights and experience. That's what it is. That's what it should be marketed as. Not a game with DLC. It's not how that works. That's how Steam set it up because it's forced to, but that's not how it works. Even Microsoft knew that with Halo Master Collection. The Master Collection is by far one of the best pricing models of all time in gaming, period. It just works. It just works. Unlike Skyrim, reselling Skyrim, which also just works. But anyway. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you watching on this video. It means a lot to me. If you check out this stuff in the description below, such as various sports channel, watch your various sports channel, for watching these videos, get your content, engaging content we produce, and by sharing with friends, family, and listeners. Alright, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I guess see you in a second.